Magic is divided into 8 different winds of magic, and now the expedition of Markus will be introduced to the shadowy mysteries of Ulgi, the Grey Wind, the Lore of Shadow. A more precise translation of the art's definition in a College of Magic is Cryptoclastic Thaumaturgy. The symbol of the Lore of Shadow is the sword, and true to the symbol, Shadowmancers, the name for Grey Wizards, usually carry swords. They are a secretive bunch, often about work behind the scenes instead of being more direct and blunt, like let's say the Flames of the Bright Order. Their job in service of the state is to serve as diplomats, spies, and assassins, taking out would-be plotters in the Empire. Gerald Dungberg is a new member of our expedition. He is a master Shadowmancer who has been sent to learn of the happenings in Lustria. With the master archer and proficient drunk huntsman General Luigi Bernardino, he was sent to the steamy jungles. A noted perfectionist and excellent student, he takes to his job with a regimented vigor. Even if the men he serves with watch him with a wary eye, they still do respect his mettle in combat. Now it is time to see the Hunts Marshal defy a unified coalition of elf and lizard, with General Luigi pressing on to destroy the Vampire Admiral's base once and for all. A difficult battle stands before us. Right now, everyone gets into position to defend the Empire, the new holdings of the Empire, Imperial holdings. Our leaders are on the front lines. We have a reinforcing garrison coming to aid us, thankfully. Because right now, this battle would not go in my favor without any manner of help. I need more infantry than what I have here, and that is a lot of infantry. That puts me at 2,500 men. They have 2,000 only because they have many individual packs, which have fewer in number units, but still, that means that they actually do have a lot. Here we have a summoned enemy unit, but they put them right over my greatswords. An interesting idea. My wagons love it. I've been having to fight more conventional battles only because of the sheer difficulty of what I deal with. Also, the high speed of a lot of their units means that I can't outrun them, so skirmishing doesn't always work as well as I would want it to. Especially with Ripperdactyls, I can't do too much with a bunch of Ripperdactyls. So now it's time to go hit this. Yeah, there we go. That mage had full health, no longer. I was attempting to have Markus assassinate some of their leadership, but again, they were advancing towards us. And our favorite couple of hunters are now moving back. It's time for them to head on back while they take some more shots. We're going to kill as many of those fools as we can. That's just really the goal. You just saw some of that Hellblaster volley gun fire raining in the sky. They're still moving. They're still up ahead. Only a few are dropping like that one. You touch Markus, you die. That is generally how it works. The volleys are coming in now. It's time. They're here. Let them get bloodied and fall. Poor Markus. Every single time he gets hit by them. But he does save a lot of lives by handling all of these Ripperdactyls. Now I know they're just a big threat whenever you have a large group of them. I just never fight that many ranged units where I need that many. So back here we have some halberds. I've got my garrison right over here on the front lines. We have their crossbows onto the left flank. We're looking at my own halberdiers just kind of spaced out. My war wagons and pistoliers will be working on the left flank to offer some supportive fire that can aid over time, and they're quite mobile. Right now, my Tattersouls or my Lustrian Madmen are getting torn up by some enemy Pterodon bombs. And here comes my Drakewald's Patrol, one of my favorite units, ready to go fight. And here's my delivery boys over here too, shooting. And my Hellblaster volley gun is right on the front lines, dealing right now 1,990 damage. Jork Grimm is moving up just a little bit. We have our leaders kind of stuck on the front lines. It's not really my choice to have them up here. The High Elves are also advancing. So first off, the Lizardmen have decided to throw in their towel with the freaking High Elves, and now they're back here. So the goal is to try to blow them up, much like that, to use our delivery boys and whatever else we can to disrupt their formations. The Shadow Warriors are here. All of their warriors are here. It's a foggy, cloudy day. Now that Frostheart Phoenix is always a nightmare to deal with. That red-crested skink is currently in a rampage. We have more units now charging in just to try to avoid some enemy attacks. They're over here. We've got a few crossbows we'll need to move back. We've got some more Saurus warriors engaging. I've got all of my wagons and pistoliers who are now moving out to attack together. Some may even charge in as a distraction. You can see more of those mortar shells just getting lobbed right into their formation. And here comes some elven spearmen too, fighting our brave swordsmen. And so the battle continues and rages on. There's a net being used only for one reason, to ensure that our mortar can obliterate them. There's less nets now because we blew up those who were being held down, who were being restrained by our attacks. They have limited kills just because they are stuck here. These salamanders, again, could have been a great threat. I really think for them, the biggest issue was having too many ranged units. If they had melee and ripperdactyls, my life would be incredibly different. Or if the high elves brought in knights. It's time for more. They're using magic on me, Flock of Doom, to damage many of my swordsmen. They do have a lot of wizards on their side. You're a wizard, skink. Back here, they've had a few ripperdactyls come in. They summoned more units right on top of my halberds. Not really doing too much to me. That Frostheart Phoenix has come back to fight with my red murder. And it's going to be focused on by many of my volleys, and there will be friendly fire, but we will destroy that Frostheart Phoenix. It provides a nice debuff to us. Here's my redemptive offer at 62 kills. Back here, we have my Drakewald's patrol. Now, just shooting the hell out of anyone who's fleeing. I'll be using those two tools in order to assassinate the enemy leadership of the High Elves as much as I can. There's Teclis and Glowy Staff Lady. There's still many archers left. For killing these salamanders, I mean, that was part of my goal too, was to use my volleys to actually get rid of these salamanders. And it looks like they're just dropping. I mean, they were there, but now they're just dying so quickly thanks to my high damaging huntsmen. The infantry fight goes on. The Frostheart Phoenix is very low in health now. And now dead. So if we keep on looking at what is happening right now, there was a little bit of friendly fire thanks to my mortar. There's still a lot of infantry left on the field. They're just all over the map. You can see where everyone is targeting right now. We've got just ranged units going after different things. I used a net, a prey of Anathema, just to assassinate Kalana here. She's on horseback. She's about to be on her back on the ground. There we go. Head gone. My God. Just a freaking spray of blood where her head used to be. Now more of them are being held behind, or were being held behind. Now they're fleeing, and now it's time to use, again, our powerful ranged attacks to go after Teclis and friends. I like how that head just bounced down. Let's watch them get killed real quick. The rest of the army has broken, but let's watch these two in particular get screwed. So I don't think I want Teclis to get away today. There's that Hellblaster, which is why I love it so much. I don't know if I can ever use the standard variant again. A lot of the issue is range and mobility, but here I have mobility, which solves my range problem. I don't need to worry about range anymore. I don't feel so well. I need to have a sit down. D, Teclis. Bye, Teclis. We have one more now. There's a few of them over here. She's just drenched in blood. And again, that Hellblaster volley gun is so wonderful. And she's been stopped. She was at least staggered for a minute. There's more to do with her though, right? And she's down. Oh. Okay. That worked out nicely. Let's have a look at what else we're chasing. I usually don't show this off, but this is usually what I do whenever we win the battle. I just kind of chase after a few enemies, shoot who I can. If there's like any leaders, I try to pin them down with my great attacks. But we're done here now. We just get to shoot some more Saurus warriors. That was a brutal battle, but we managed to win, gaining over 3,000 gold. Now, Yerick, you're gone. Well, your army is gone. Teclis was wounded. We got Kalana and Yavathol.
Your deaths shall be.
I could let you go, but we're not going to do that either. Time for you to die. Get out of here. They didn't have a chance. I would like to get some more huntsmen after I destroy their armies. I could spend a moment rebuilding. We do have a new wizard that will be joining us too. He will be an awesome power, I'm sure. Ruin Unrestrained. Yeah, we have no magic in our main army led by Markus Wulfhart with Teclis defeated, who will drive back the forces of chaos from the world. Me. Hello. I've done a good job at driving him out, so chaos should be like the next step up. Famine in the Empire. I do not want my hostility to go up. I could lose a few supplies, sure. Here you go, Telebicklin. Has some food. I've got plenty. Do you like lizard? I've got lizard. Okay, Purge of the Knife Ears. We could have used that before. But now we have a 10% missile resistance whenever fighting them, and a plus 10 to leadership whenever fighting them too. Smuggler for Truthbringer Gustav. We killed 2 of their leaders. Let's go finish off their armies now. We are here, and we can replenish so very quickly, so I can do that. Goodbye now. Now that felt good. With all of those enemies done for, we can move back and get my huntsmen. I do like my archers, don't get me wrong, but I very much want to get huntsmen. All of them, huntsmen. Now, my Deathjack archers are really good too. Don't get me wrong. But I've got a theme here. I mean, they deal a lot of damage. Though my normal huntsmen deal 48, so you'll be back in a different army, okay? Fair? Very fair. Okay, if we can't go in over there, we just need to recruit some huntsmen. I've got 2 right here. Very good. So now we can dictate the range, which is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. Okay, level 36 for our dear buddy Markus Wulfhart. I'm not going to give him Sigmar's Ward. Not yet. I could enhance his melee capabilities. What else do we have around here? I could enhance my infantry. I mean, that wouldn't hurt either. I've got some artillery. Mighty Forge. I think we will indeed enhance. I mean, I could put him into melee, but he's meant to shoot. So I am indeed going to give him Emperor's Finest. I do like to enhance my melee where I can. So now they have 60 melee defense, a lot more than before. They'll have to hold against some pretty awful enemies. Okay, Cholera. You will take Bow Seeker. If I want you to move faster, you'll move faster. Now we have a lot more money. And we can go rebuild the monument of Izatal. I do want Hertwig to go ahead before I'm there because I want him to level up, if possible. So, I'm not going to take my time to do that. Those puzzles really do not give anything too grand. And that is time spent. That could be time spent fighting. There we go. Well, we can't search and then colonize. I thought maybe that was only up to the initial army who searched first, but now I know. It's just a thing that you can't do. Good to know. Okay, Hertwig. We get to wait here for a minute. It's all your fault. So we're going to give you Cleanse Corruption or Scavenge. More money. I'll take that. I'll take more money. We'll let him scout out for some more money. And while we're out here, we should probably consider... I mean, I could even get another army if I so chose to. That's with our ports not really making as much, right? Yeah, they're not making as much. If they were making as much as they were before, my God. Or my Sigmar. The money that we would accrue, it would be incredible. For now, we just need to rebuild a few locations. You know you have a job, my friend. General Luigi Bernardino, he does well. Gustav, we shall give you Shield of Faith, so that you may use your prayers to Sigmar to protect our people. Now, do we have another character? We do not. Oh, wait, we do. Here we go. Seeker Ferald Dungberg. I would like for you to join his army. They could use a bit of magic. There we go. Now, let's give you any tool that you need to have more magic. And you need a hunter. Here's Public Order. Do you need a weapon? Not really. I could give you one anyway. Well, here is a Tricksters Shard that you can use to decrease their magic defenses. 1 amplifier. Oh, enjoy. The power to alter the winds of magic with a little more than a wave of the hand. Impressive. You don't have a mount. Magic resistance, sure. That should do it for you. Just take a few more followers because, I mean, they're here. We might as well use them. Now we get to replenish for a time, and I've got more money, so why don't we pick up... Where is it at? Ah, here we go. Ambassador to the Phoenix King. Okay. So if we do that, maybe Ulthuan will want to trade with me. If they want to trade with me, that's okay. I still don't have contact with them, but I could change at any moment. I don't want them to declare war on me and sending out like one strange, weird army every so often. That would be annoying. Here we go. A Tailor's Guild for 500 gold. And now we can end our turn right after we build something new. I can't build my guardhouse, so we're not going to do that. I need to wait for that tier 5 building, so we're not going to build that there either. Settler's Coast. Yeah, we just need to wait. We have done it. Who knows? I mean, maybe Teclis will learn from the whooping we gave him. We already have a good relationship with Lothern. It could become better. See, now I've countered the great power, Malice. Now we can have a normal relationship in time. Teclis, what about you? You don't want a peace treaty yet? Very well, that's fine. Many enemies are dead. Itza was defeated. I've got more to kill, though. Ah, we could trade again. Very well. I will do that. It's more money for me. I'm now making over 4,000 from trade alone. I mean, I can't always depend on that, but it's a nice thing to have. So I have my hunters. Now we can move to other locations. Why don't we move over here to Quetzal? I'm getting closer to neighboring lands that I've been wanting to take. We need to go take Lonwopek too. So let's come on down to Wahutek, right over here.
Huntsman General.
The taming of this wild continent has not been without repercussion. Now the jungle sends its final challenger. Ready yourself, Hunts Marshal. Are you the hunter or the prey?
That was really cool, but what does it mean for me? Okay, I now have the battle for Itza. I'm not going to do it until we unlock everything. I'm not going to read that yet, but we will gain victory. My huntsman will go down in upkeep by 70%. My god. Yeah, that's a huge benefit. The Empire provinces will like me more. It's going to be a awesome battle, but I feel like I want a few more elite things. Champions of the Empire. Well, look at that. I won't lose any more progress. The Lizardmen hate me more. The expedition has proven beyond doubt to be the Emperor's most elite force, carrying out his will with unrelenting fortitude to annihilate all enemies of the Empire, and it will continue to do so. That is true. Oh, look who's here. We've got a Slan Mage Priest. All of you are at a fairly low level. I wonder if that one mod to level up the AI is compatible. If it is, I'll certainly incorporate it. I love making my enemies stronger. Let them challenge me. I'm okay with any of that. Now, I've got all that gold. That gold's going to go to good use. Yeah, we're not making money here. We've got a few locations who are unhappy. They're not under my command. Understandable. When they are, they'll be happier. Okay, let's build a guardhouse. We need our kilns for more money. The ports, again, are not making as much, but they do require a significant investment. Whereas my industry buildings over here for the Empire are so good. Okay, we'll take a clothier for one. Elsewhere, what do we want? Basic walls? Absolutely. But for now, let's work on getting my alchemy workshop. More plants for all of us here. Okay, so we've done all that we can. We can only end our turn. It's time. Right after we pick up more research. Okay, so what could we use right now that would benefit the entire faction? So, helping out my artillery. Right, volley fire. That one is very important. I've been meaning to get that for quite some time. Then later we can get rifled barrels. But for now, let's see. Reload time reduction for Free Company Militia, Crossbowmen, Huntsmen, Archers, Handgunners, Pistoliers, and Outrider units. My god, their damage is going to shoot up. We're going to annihilate people. It's going to be great. But I need to complete my missions now for every agent that I have. If I don't do that, I won't have all the benefits later, and I need every benefit that I can grab. We've come to Quetzal. They barely have a garrison. They're not really worth fighting. We'll take it. We're getting very close to completing another mission for our Master Dwarf. Now we have more money again. We have a sapper too. Hostility has gone up, so we're bound to have another enemy to fight. I might even need to pull up a new army just to defend that one unique location. We might even need to defend Chakwa. I don't really know. But if I do recruit someone, Monster Tracker for an Archlector, that seems interesting. I just wish I had all my technology so that they could be a higher level. But they won't be. They'll be a little bit too weak for my liking. Or we move the Captain General over there. But he's got a job to do over here, so can't really move him down there. So let's begin to move. We'll get down to 50%. Or try to. I mean, it wouldn't be much movement, I suppose. Oh, we're not even fighting them, right? Huh. I could change that. It wouldn't really change too much. The elves are, I mean, they're always like on the freaking top. They can't help it. They've got like all the ingredients to be on top. Everyone else is fighting. They get to kind of consolidate. That's why I'm trading with those freaking tombs. If they can just hold on for a bit, who knows what I can do later. If people want to see that, of course. All right, let's go back over here. You only have one location. So we can move now. Let's get it back up to 50%, a little bit over. There we go.
Huntsman General.
There it is.
Camp and forage.
We form up that encampment. We bring her twig back in. And now it's time to potentially attack another area.
General.
Depends on what we can make it to. Is it going to be Lawnwoodpeck? How bad is it?
Hunt them
Oh, we can
down.
finally get Lawnwoodpeck. I've been waiting to get that location for a very long time.
Spotted.
Okay, they do have a
Bring out the
decent
new
garrison.
face.
I'm going to probably just get some siege equipment before I do anything. Yeah, a battering ram
What
wouldn't
we
hurt.
trained for.
Okay, let's grab while we're here. 250 per. That's a lot of money. Oh, I can also get a trade good. Okay. Lax, do you have anything fun? Nope.
All or
So
nothing.
you don't really get anything. Gotcha. All right, Cholera's ranked 25. So we're going to give her Ward of Hoeth, finally, for magic resistance. Oh, wait, hold on. She's got more for expeditious endeavor, so we'll give her more speed. I wanted to be able to just outrun anyone. All right, so we're nearly there. If I can take the mouth of Krvetsa, then I can get the exotic animals, and then I'll be able to complete that mission. One of many. All right, can I finally build it? I can't build it. I still need more money. That's fine. Okay, but if I build that, what do I get? Better wizards. You're a wizard, me. All right. Over here, we'll take a weaving house. I don't really need it, do I? Not really, but do I want it? Sure. I mean, I could just build a road instead. Actually, you know what? Not a bad idea. We'll build a road and walls because we need walls over there in particular. I need walls everywhere to protect my emotional state. No, to protect my borders, all right? That gold is tied into my emotional state. Okay, that part is true. I think we're done here. Yeah, we're done here. The Slan Mage Priest, Cordless, has come to attack General Luigi Bernardino. Now it's time to defend again. Fortunately, we have a highly veteran army who came over here to fight. Now we will hold, and we will use our new Grey Wizard too, in addition to seeing Truthbringer Gustav in battle. Off we go now. Truthbringer Gustav, Luigi, they're here. We have a battle ahead of us. We also have quite a nice army too, despite the challenges presented. We even have a new leader over here, the Grey Wizard, Seeker Ferald Dungberg. He's ready to give his services over to the Empire. He's a proud and valiant fellow, one who's here to search for knowledge, one who's here to find out more. He has everything that we need, and it's a manner of wizard. Pride, knowledge, and a good capacity to slow down enemies, in addition to having some decent sandals. They summoned in some feral cold ones on me. If we look at what they have right now, it's a very large army. There's even a Carnosaur close by. Now, what do I have? I've got my Hellstorm rocket battery. Let them come to us. What can they do against such reckless firepower? So generally, a lot of the damage that I'm able to do is going to be based around that artillery at the very beginning. They're using a stone spell, assault stones, right on top of me. Very rude, by the way. Hitting some of my infantry units. My ranged infantry. And there's a Carnosaur, a blessed one. Gustav is currently hitting it. He's like, get back, get back. And their waves are still trying to reach us. They haven't quite yet. And through that Hellstorm rocket battery, we're still getting hundreds of kills. That's all that we can do right now, is to try to empty out whatever we can on their largest groups. They have a second wing that's currently attacking, advancing on the right. We're looking at Saurus warriors and a few skinks too. I've got some of my own units as well. Halberdiers. Great swords. A few huntsmen. More artillery working. Now the goal with our wizard is to not only debuff our enemies when they charge in, like over here the enfeebling foe and these Kroxigors, but to also use our miasma when we need to slow someone down. It's a great way to kind of bring them down. Like over here, they're losing health. So here comes their main army. We've got our units moving in. I've got huntsmen who are right behind, who have, what, a base of 24 damage, not nearly as high as under dear Markus Wulfhart. We're fighting some Saurus spears. And our mounted units are charging through some of their infantry units that were over on our right flank, their left. They get to quickly and easily move into more Saurus units. Unfortunately, some artillery did hit us. We're still trying to focus down on this. Oh yeah, I mean, look at it. It's a big old boy, and we need to focus it down. So we're trying to focus on this Carnosaur. That seems to be working out. Not too much friendly fire. Just the right amount. Alright, let's have a look elsewhere, friends. Gustav, he was pretty beat up, but his buffs are invaluable. They help me so much. And I miss using a warrior priest. Now over on the left, we've got more huntsmen who are still attacking all of their skirmishers. I mean, those have got to go away. If they are allowed to stand, they can deal so much damage. If we go back to the main fight, the big fight, we're looking at our own huntsman general. He's got a lot of damage. He's in a lot of trouble right now. The Saurus spears are entangled in all of my units. They still have a Scar veteran in the midst of my army. And over here is a Slan mage priest of light magic, killing a few of my great swords. His immense mass, putrid to be near. Knights have been moving around, keeping busy. They're taking some damage here because they are stationary, but our unique regiments of renown for knights can easily just charge right through anything they have. So right now we're looking at an army that is just beginning to lose it. At least parts of them are. They can't stay up forever, though they are unbreakable, so that does make them quite dangerous. See, look over here. They've got a debuff thanks to some of our armor. It's really nice stuff. Like over here, glittering scales, -5 to melee attack. That Tricksters Shard is fantastic too, and anything that we can do to cause them to miscast is really quite nice. Especially because I do have a spellcaster. Okay, so left flank, we're looking at great swords and halberds fighting two groups of Saurus spears. Their skirmishers are mostly dead. Over here we have one group fighting. I've got 4 groups of great swords total. They're fantastic. We have our huntsman general still close by at 19 kills. We're still fighting these Saurus spears nearby. We're using an enfeebling foe on them and a mystifying miasma. It's just that my order of operations was off, but I got it. Over here we have their skink priest of beast magic and their Scar veteran fighting my poor halberds who are only at 53 men left. That's going down by the second. They have summoned in another group of feral cold ones, but my great swords are just fine. My great swords are also veterans and they don't really care that much. They're going to fight everything. So we come back over here and there's just more for me to deal with. Shield of Faith being used, getting rid of 22% of all types of damage. That's why he's incredible to have. And so that's how we destroy a lot of people. It's a fairly long battle for how close we were. These Stimgriff Knights are at over 100 kills. They obliterated them from behind. I mean, it was only a matter of time before I won this fight. Gustav is now going after that Scar veteran, or was. Let's see if he actually manages to smack him down. Give him the smack. Gustav, do you know how to run? He's like, no, must carry book. There we go. Off with his head. Nice work. That's what we all needed. Knights are now folding over what's left of their infantry. There's only a few pockets left. We've killed off entire groups by having our huntsmen flank them and attack. Quite effective. Get them, boys. You know what to do. There's only one more. Don't let them get you. And elsewhere. More men of the line. Hold. They're moving in now. Here comes the Huntsman General. We've got our Seeker, Ferald Dungberg, using more magic on them. He's able to spit out so many spells. It's actually impressive. And he knows how to charge in. He knows how to scrap. Get your hands off my herbs. I need those for inhaling.
As long as we outnumber them, we will hold.
That is a Ferald line. Now they are exhausted and out of control. Here's the final bout of our battle. I mean, I don't like to discontinue the shots until we win completely. If they're all broken, that's one thing, but because they can't break here, we just have to watch the last moments of their lives play out. A surrounded group getting hit bit by bit. And they're buffed up by the Shield of Faith and, of course, their Hammer of Sigmar providing more melee attack. Got a higher chance to hit all of them. Fare thee well, lizard scum. You are not welcome in these parts. These woods are my woods. But it's a jungle, sir. These jungles are my jungles. A lot of them just got knocked down with one hit because our heroes and our lord is here. I love that Hammer of Sigmar. I played a warrior priest. I'll mention him more than once, but it's a big deal to me. We won. It's over. It's easy to understand how powerful Markus is whenever we fight a battle like that. It felt close, even though I didn't lose a lot. I had lost plenty, and I had to fight carefully or I could have lost many more. Thankfully, my artillery killed over 600 of them. That helped a lot.
Moving, scouts.
Now we have Lonwapek, or we are about to have Lonwapek. Roderick will be quite pleased. There we are. We kicked out a big toad. The Cult of Pleasure, they've been moving around. Their Admiral, Omnumba, coming down here to spy on our lands and what we've been doing. They're envious of our wealth. I won't ally with you, but sure, you can do whatever you want up there. I want no part of it personally. Any great enemies of ours, I will destroy, though. We've got the armies for it. We've got the money for it. Here we go. Roderick's offering. Roderick Lungi. After your successful assault upon Lonwapek, Roderick disappears. He returns a few hours later, telling you that he had gone to seek closure for the loss of his men by gathering what he could of their remains and performing burial rites. He thanks you for making this possible, drops to his knees, and presents you with an ornately decorated sword recovered from his most trusted bodyguard after he fell during the ambush. Now, I could take that blade. It's pretty good. But instead, you may keep it. At last, someone that Roderick can trust. He will ever be loyal to the Hunts Marshal. Good. Plus 5% to speed for melee infantry units and expert charge defense. Try charging at him now. Enjoy, my friend. Targeted by Duke Tudual. The past has an unpleasant habit of coming back to bite one. Okay. I've got a new issue for him. Now, what do they want me to do for our dear friend, Roderick? I need to move any character to Pox Marsh. That is their new plan. I mean, I'll be conquering that way anyway. And while we're here, let's go destroy that army. They have a blessed Carnosaur that I did not kill. Now it's all gone. Goodbye. It's not a lot of money, but it's worth really taking. They're now retaliating. Okay, let's find out where they're at. Oh, they are in a new location. Okay. So, are they always going to pop out, like, to the south of me? Maybe so. Let's go look at my new reinforcements. I can get more halberdiers, huntsmen, greatswords, knights. A lot of knights. A steam tank, war wagons, too. I think I do want that. I do wish they would give me another Hellblaster volley gun. Where did I even get my last one? I can't even remember. It's been a minute. Rocket battery, volley gun, but not in a war wagon. That is really what I want, the war wagon one. But I'll take what they'll give me. They gave me great swords and handgunners too. We now have our supplies. People are angry. Very angry. Now, I wonder where you're going to move to. If I could ambush your army and destroy you right away, that would be the best. That would be for the best, too. I've got 13,000 gold. I could even fund some neighboring location. I wonder if I could fund those Tomb Kings up north. Okay, so we're building an iron mining pit. We'll take the basic walls. We're building up everything. Truthbringer Gustav, I could give you your mount now. That would give you a lot more armor. I think you need that for now. Okay, the Grey Wizard was a great help. We'll take the Enfeebling Foe. I like to max out my spells when I'm able to. And for General Luigi Bernardino, we shall give him Hold the Line. Afterwards, we'll work on his command skills. Right over here. That is how we'll do it. Then up here, we're going to need more public order. They're quite unhappy. There's even vampiric corruption I need to handle. Scorpion Coast, you're unhappy. We'll take a coaching inn. And here is a tailor's guild. If I can pay to help you out, then I will. We'll take fields for growth. I would like to grow there quickly. Alright, there are other walls I need to build. Now that is a lot of money.
We're born to hunt.
Okay, Captain General.
Proceed.
Let's move down. You'll be there very, very soon. We can't reach you yet. I've got to move about here. Yeah, you'll be there in like one more turn. While we wait, Hertwig, can you go kill an agent? You can try. Oh, I don't have the funds for it. Well, I can get the funds. Don't you fret. I know where to get them. There we are. I've got the funds now. Okay, Hertwig. I don't want their agents bothering me, so go try to wound or kill someone.
They will be judged.
All right, wounded.
The
And I mean, look, he's leveling up so quickly. These agents are really good at what they do. So we'll take actually assassinate or specialist because I need to reduce the overall cost of what we're doing here. And after that, what else do we need to do? Well, we've got to get more money for one. The gods are angry. It was about time. Give me that public order. I want them to be angry. That way we can get some public order going. Okay, here we go. Stellar pyramids of the southern skies. Upon the southern horizon of Hexaodal, on the eve of the equinox, stellar pyramids will rise above the jungle canopy, giving me more magic, a higher Lord Recruit rank, and more of a research rate.
what?
All things I want. And while we're here... Oh, you can do it? Okay. Right, out of money.
We have them now.
That building wasn't cheap, but I need to get it out the way and finally
Here they
take it.
are. Strike
Okay, so
first,
you've got quite
strike
the force
fast.
here. I'll need to
What a
take it. But I need to build,
Forward
you know,
to victory.
siege engines before I do that. I've got to rebuild your army a little bit, Ethan
We
Strider.
have them now.
I feel the need to do that, but that'll have to wait too. Let's go find out where that other army's at. Where did they move to? Okay, they're still pretty close. I don't know if they found out where I'm at.
Ragtuggers.
Bulkweet, I will be coming for you. You have an engine of the gods? Oh boy. That should be delightful.
Huntsman General.
And while we're here, why don't we go to the blood swamps?
Covering ground.
I know Lon Woodpeck is not happy. I'll have to potentially race back later. Look at how much I've conquered, though. We're getting further. We're getting further into our lands, finally. It took me a long time of preparing, of trying to get here. It's a lot of money that I'm making. All right, can I trade with any other faction, or is it just really Lothern? Lothern, oh yeah, they're really beginning to like me more.
What brings you here?
Good. Maybe one day we'll ally. I don't really know. They own 22 locations. I'm a top 5 power. We didn't ambush who I wanted to,
Let's get this
but we can get rid of that tiny army. What a waste. Was it a vanguard? Well, they are around. There's one. Children of the gods, where are you going? Maybe I'll build another army just to defend our lands while we continue to advance. I could have 1 defending army and 3 offensive armies. I've got the money for it, so I'll think about my format and what I want for it. I do want to go down my hunting theme. I've got 2 hunter generals. True. They're right by me.
I have authority here.
Okay, War Fervor. Hunter, new agent, enemy killed. Elector has now, what, given me a new attachment of reinforcements. Okay. Or detachment. Let's go down to the blood swamps. Do they have anyone here who's important?
Combat awaits.
No. I'm now making over 14,000 from my money. It's a tiny garrison, so we'll just burn it down. Well, not burn it down, but take it.
Weapons at the ready.
A dragon helm, nice, okay. We'll need to go fight at the awakening. That's going to be an interesting scenario. Okay, so while we're over here, we should probably get that new commander. I want that new commander. I've got to think about what I want him to be. I mean, I would rather wait to recruit one until I feel like the time is right. I don't have any commander here that I truly want, so it'll just have to wait for now.
Every last.
I don't like getting too many armies. I lose a little bit of the fill, and my usuals do not get to fight. I'd rather get all elites if I can help it. Okay, let's see here. For Jorek Grimm. Deadeye. There we go.
I'll wait till they
There we go, my friend. Oh, I haven't given you anything at all. Well, here's a dragon helm. Here is a shrieking blade. Just yells at him. Does the whole re thing.
Time to fight.
Okay, we're still waiting there for more stuff. General Luigi is ready now. Let's pick up more damage for our ranged soldiers. Though I do have great swords. Ooh, I could empower my great swords. What an idea. I like that idea. More armor and strength for them. I mean, I've got 4 of them. 37 weapon strength. They're already strong, but I want them to be stronger. Seeker, Ferald Dunningerberg. We shall give you 1 more point into the mystifying miasma. The Lord has not moved. That would be dear Marcus. Okay, I've already fought their faction multiple times now, but that is a very elite army, so I've got to fight them. It is tradition, so we will go in. And they are empowered by the level 5 hostility, so they have a lot more weapon strength. A lot more. And they have an engine of the gods. Look at that. I've got to take it out. They're all unbreakable. This should be interesting to actually play out. Again, the bounce of power, as I always say, is not indicative of how the battle might play out. They have an engine of the gods and a Dread Saurian. Our job is to bring them all down. And naturally, they always have a large heaping of Riperdactyls. It's like they know. There's quite a few bestial creatures here, large ones. Kroxigors behind. We're looking at skirmishers on the front lines too. I like how they have their dead frogs on their friggin' arm. I just noticed that. And now it's time to deal some damage. Let's have a look at how much damage we're dealing with each shot. It's able to take a lot though. It's able to negate a lot of what I'm able to throw at it. But with that shot, 5,600, at least it's going down. We've got a few war wagons on the front lines. They're using magic on my war wagons. That's very rude. My poor boys had to go out here again, and now they're being attacked by some celestial beam. Being part of the war wagon crews, gotta be fairly brutal. And there's a Carnosaur right behind them too, so they're just getting chased the entire time. Cold ones are charging in. Ripterdactyls are going after our leaders. They're trying their best. Now they're going to hold up here for a brief moment while more cold ones charge into my actual line. We've dealt a lot of damage to them so far. We've got more to encounter, like a Dread Saurian. Dread Saurian has got to be focused down. We can't allow it to stay up, and thankfully it's quite large, so to actually destroy it, it's not too strange. It's not foreign to me. We have our cabs over here on the right. We have our delivery boys, the Drakwold Patrol, who's getting some hits in, taking out their horned ones quickly. A Dread Saurian's being focused on by all of my huntsmen. We have a big attack by our leader too, who's going to go hit that ancient Stegodon right over there. There we go. Nearly completely wiped out. Very close. Now the Dread Saurian is over. We've hunted that down. Take a nap, buddy. Now there's only the ancient Stegodon with the Engine of the Gods. I don't want it to use its freaking ability again. If it does, we're going to be in trouble. That ability is able to deal so much damage. Fortunately, it was used preemptively on our war wagon, but now it's dead. So we have hunted down their largest creatures. We have Kroxigors to hit. We have bombs to deliver to their skirmishers. And I need some coffee because I almost friggin' lost my mind in just a moment. Okay, Temple Guards, they're nearby too. Let's have a look now. Our first company of monster hunters, they are fighting Temple Guard. They are winning, it seems. Unit winning, excellent. Markus Wulfhart is currently fighting some Kroxigors. We're looking at Kalara, who's getting some hits in. We've got, of course, our infantry close by. We still have some of the smaller creatures, and sometimes they can be more annoying to deal with because they're so much smaller. And all of my infantry, like the Marshals Butchers, they still get to fight for a time. And that is how we collectively win. We get Huntsmen to hit a bunch of Bastillodons, Stegodons, Don Corion, all of them, every Don. Look how they massacred my dinos, is what they're saying. Here's one right over here, 1,000 health, dropping quickly. Very quickly. You're not long for this world, buddy. Get rid of him. Come on, stab it. Use your big boy poke sticks. Finally over. One guy just got covered by it. Now what's left, we'll just continue shooting. There's very few left. We still have the enemy leader, it seems. Somehow, you're still alive. The Skink Chief is still 26 men. We've got one more Feral Bastillodon. My Huntsmen do not have a high number of kills, so they don't need it. We've got Jorg Grimm, who's been buffing them up the entire time. And over here we have some Kroxigors that just need to be put down. Each of them gets to take a shot. Now they're down. Alright, the battle is won. We're just cleaning up that Skink Chief, but it's all over. That battle has been won. There really is a lot of gold, isn't it? 2,000. I've got a lot of gold, so never mind. I don't really need more. Their faction is finally gone. I always forget they're unbreakable. We beat them, though. We did it. That was a really good fight. My soldiers have been with me for quite some time. We lost a few groups, but we have a lot of them still with me. Emperor's Finest. Okay, there we are. My Halberdiers now have 64 melee defense. I mean, they were able to hold up for a long time. I'm very proud about how that went out. Otherwise, I mean, that could have been a brutal, awful affair. We've got 3 groups of great swords, 8 groups of handgunners, 1 luminarch, 1 steam tank. I don't have that gyrocopter. I want that gyrocopter really bad, so I'm gonna get that gyrocopter. Gotta kill a few people for it. Okay, Cholera, I'm gonna give you again more speed. That puts you at 49. Even with Foe Seeker, she doesn't really get too much from it, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's go upgrade what we can. Got plenty of gold to utilize. That's why I don't like getting a new army right away. Whenever I can just kind of do what I'm doing now, I can just upgrade everything, make sure that every location is good to go. And financially, it puts me in a very sound position. If they ever want to push back with me, guess what? Every town I have is well developed and ready to defend. I've got all the... I mean, do I? I think I do. Yeah, I've got all the public order I need. We're at level 5. Only a few locations are really not feeling it right now, but the rest are feeling great. Okay. Luigi isn't ready. We've got how much to do? Got 1 mission, right? Raise my... Well, I've already done that, haven't I? Huh. Very hostile, or maybe I need to do it again and bring it to level 2. Yeah, maybe so. Okay, Ethan Strider, are you ready? Not really. You need 1 more turn. We now have volley fire. Missile units that train together excel at firing a deadly hail, so not all members of the regiment have to see the target. True. Our reload time reduction went down. Now we're looking at 63 damage from my huntsmen. They are so much better than they were before. So I've got a few locations I need to take. The Awakening being one of them. Wow, Luther. You have seen better days, haven't you, buddy? He's not doing that well. Not anymore. But I will need to build up my defenses. We'll build 2 siege towers and commence our assault. I do have many awesome units, so we should be okay. I've got huntsmen. It's going to be a fairly long siege, though, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Now we need to deal more damage. Why not? Over here, that would give me 10% more missile damage for all of my ranged units. Again, incredible. I'm not going to stop. We're just going to keep on going until we can obliterate everyone. No, I'm not doing that mission right now.
Time to fight.
All right, it didn't really put it in my favor, but it's way too minor of a fight for me to want to fight, so I'll just replace anything I've lost. It's not a big deal. I just don't want to spend time on such an easy one faction location, or one location faction is what I should say. I mean, I've got so much. In fact, if I wanted to, I could get another blasted steam tank. I'm not going to, but I could. I've got options. Now, I do want another group of greatswords, so we'll take that. I don't really have much else to pick up other than more halberdiers. We could wait on that. We could wait on that and bring it out later. I mean, I've got a pretty tough group. I don't really want to keep my handgunners. I feel like I've got too much ranged capabilities, which is strange, I know. Now, the Bamberg Freikorps, they're not bad, okay? They're really not. But I want my huntsmen. They're anti-large. I've got crazy abilities for them. In fact, we'll just rename them. I think they have become a better group. So that's what they'll have. Now, I'm not getting any veterancy from these halberdiers, but I suppose that's really okay. We'll be here for 2 turns just to patch up.
Scout leader.
And we're at rank 20. Now you have immortality. Don't tell him that. Don't let him know. He doesn't need to know. It's fine. Roderick Langui, I shall give you fleet-footed. And again, it's only a minor location, and I've been meaning to kind of reformat my army a little bit, so now I have the opportunity to. We're getting more halberds. I'll keep my Sigmar's sons, for 1. We've got our great swords. I'll have 3 groups of halberdiers and many, many huntsmen. I mean, these are really good huntsmen. Again, it's still a very much ranged army, but I think it's going to work out. If it doesn't, hey, I won't be dying. A stonecutter. I suppose we could do that. It's only a tier 2 location. We'll be upgrading it. Okay, time for me to upgrade a lot of buildings and to get to our next turn. But before we do that, Markus, yeah, okay, you do need 1 more turn to heal up. Here we have a battle fighting many undead. Luther Harkin's last garrison. They have much to array against us. Whether or not they can actually hold out, we're going to find out. They do a very fast death guard. Look at how quick they are. They can just quickly make distance over the freaking plains. Here comes Rotting Prometheans. a Necro-Effects Colossus, Sirens. And of course we have our Hailstorm Rocket Battery, ready to deliver its holy anointed payload. It's a battle that our enemies are going to dread for a very long time. That's really why. They don't even know what to do with it. With all of that artillery, what can they do? You can see that they're charging my position. We moved through a gate. We found some open fields to fight on. It's a proper location. Now we just get to attack those who continue to advance towards our front lines, while our leader tries to damage their death guard. Now let's have a look at our formation. It's a fairly long one. Great swords extended out on the left, halberds over here, huntsmen right behind. Their goal is to just shoot whoever I can. My knights are over in the trees, and we have our, of course, artillery very close up at 330 kills. And here they come. Anything that we can do to diminish their forces, I'm for. Our good buddy over there, the Seeker, Gerald, he's been helping out by casting spells, overcasting, doing whatever he's able to do. There's the Sirens and the Necro-Effects. That's got to go away. And so every huntsman... Oh, God. That was kind of gross. Attacks. Now I know where that came from. I actually didn't know where that came from. I forgot all about that one ability where he can just kind of crap that out. Thankfully, though, it didn't get very far. Sirens are still close by. We have some knights now charging in. They've got ranged units on the field. Naturally, my knights will be moving in. It's about time for them to take out all of these handgunners. Explosions everywhere. Evil dying. We're doing the good Sigmar's work, boys. The Sirens, they too get to fall, and Gustav gets to charge in on his Barded Warhorse. They all fall. Dead or undead. You hit it enough, eventually it's going down. Got some friendly fire with all those volleys. And so, our line holds. Now, if we have a look, we've got some more enemies to deal with. Over on the right, through the woods, they're bringing in a group of Death Guard. I wasn't fully aware of that. I mean, look at how fast these freaking fools are. They're at a speed of 36. I mean, they're pretty quick. They're faster than some generic infantry that are unbuffed. I guess we're pretty fast now too, but we're still at 32 speed, so we're not nearly as fast. My knights are still running right through them. We've got more Death Guard on the way, but we're hitting them with concentrated Huntsman volleys. Hey man, if they don't like a stake through the heart, how do they like shafts through the heart? Probably not very. I used a few shots from my Hailstorm to go after their deck gunners. I didn't want them to be able to get their long range shots off on me. They are pretty good. A range of 245. They can deal some serious damage if you allow them to. I do not. That Death Guard just really went into the corner. No idea. Really strange. Gustav leads the knights into a new charge, hitting these Sirens. The Demigryphs move off to the side. That way they can get a clear charge in too. It's his job to take out the ladies. And it might even take a bit. So be it. Our army now moves up. We've killed more Death Guard. We've got some enemies left. Halberds are moving up. That was a arrow of Akshi. So what do they have left? They've got Rotting Prometheans, armor at 120. They have armor piercing damage for ranged and melee. That can make them dire to deal with. We've got a lot of Morghuls. Can't really see them until later. As you can see here, hidden. They're very good at hiding and then jumping into the fray. And they've got their gunnery white too. He's getting a few shots off. But between all of my huntsmen, I think we've got a pretty good chance. I've got a lot of ammunition. I've been enhancing their damage with technology and other feats technological marvels. Here comes all of their units now. It's time to hit these Morghuls and hit them hard. It's time for some magic, I suppose. It's called nightly magic. That was a powerful spell, huh? Very rude. But everyone's fallen apart but their leader, but the battle's now over. We won that battle. I love my new format for General Luigi Bernardino. I like a more homogeneous uniform army. It allows me to just easily navigate and know where everyone goes. It's not so haphazard. Sometimes that can be fun, but it's been very nice to have that type of certainty in each battle where I know what to do with my army each and every time. I didn't lose too many because I know how to fight with them.
Move in, scouts.
I could loot and occupy, but no. That now belongs to me. We have got so many new locations to rename. I'm going to be here for a little bit, taking names from all of you. And as a reminder, it's easier for me to find your names if you come to my Discord link down below, because I do have a little room there where you can name things. So if you put it in there, I'll be able to easily find it. If it's in comments, well, there's a lot of videos to go through. I mean, you can do both. Here we go. Hertwig's predicament. Hertwig Van Hal. Following your offensive against the Awakening, Hertwig unexpectedly vanishes from the expedition. After 2 days of searching, you find him in the cellar crypt of a large mansion in the old town, sitting in silence and staring at the decapitated corpse of a vampire with a stake through its chest. Beside him lies a severed head with flaming red hair. As you approach, the witch hunter seems unreactive to your presence, but then speaks as if in a trance, stating that he has finally achieved what he had come to Illustria to do. Hertwig Van Hal has now reached a crossroads in his life. He can either finally embrace his bloodline's calling or continue being the doctor he always intended to be. What advice will you give him? So I've got two choices here. We've got two abilities, Hunter's Call and Patch Up. He gets plus 15% to his hit points, minus 3 to his wound recovery time, and we get a bigger casualty replenishment rate. Now, the Van Hal bloodline, he gets two abilities, Hunter's Call and Foe Seeker. Enemy leadership goes down, he gets a ward save and plus 12 to melee attack. No, he's going to be a doctor for this campaign. I like him being our doctor. I don't know why. It's a very suitable role for him. Okay, legendary physician. Plus, I haven't used Patch Up, and we still get Hunter's Call. Okay, so plus 30 to melee defense, and they are, okay, Unbreakable is really good. And then for Patch Up, they can replenish health over time. Nice. Okay, as long as there is battle and war and wounds, Hertwig's skill in saving lives will always be invaluable. True. A gift for Herr Doctor. Following the slaying of Alistair the Red, Herr Doctor has moved on from his past and has become of invaluable aid to the expedition. As a token of your gratitude, you managed to get in touch with a friend in Altdorf's cult of Shelia. Let's see. Chapter 2, obtain a very special enchanted amulet. Sorry, sometimes the lack of commas or the strange placement of commas really throws me off guard. Or the very long sentences. Like here, we don't get a period for a very long time. We get one comma. Anyway, deserving of Herr Doctor's outstanding abilities as a physician. Very nice. These two leave, Gotrek and Felix, but we don't have them unlocked yet, so it didn't really even matter. The event pops up, but you don't actually get them. As I told you, I found that out before. I had no idea. Okay, eager to find better opportunities for the Dwarf Slayer's heroic doom, Gotrek and Felix have left your faction to continue their travels. Perhaps in time you will encounter the eccentric mercenaries again, though hopefully not from the opposite side of a battlefield. About that item, here we go. Tear of Shelia. This beautiful green emerald has been imbued with powerful healing incantations of the cult of Shelia. So we get a passive ability called Resilient Spirit. Interesting. Okay. If his hit points go down too low, then he'll be okay. Physical resistance up by 12%. Okay, that's really good too. We've got so much good stuff. I love these missions a lot. These are actually probably my favorite part of the entire, well, not the entire expansion, but a lot of it. So now I just need to get my exotic animals for him. For her, I need to go conquer the capital of Itza. For Roderick, I need to go to Pox Marsh. And we're done for Hertwig. We did it all. Alright.
Yes.
I'm going to have one of you go up there. What about you? I'll get you to come up there, Gustav. You're very good at handling
What do
corruption.
you require?
Gustav has been in charge of my horsemen. That's really his new position. There we go. The ambush. Roderick Lungim. After a few nights discreetly camping out in Pox Marsh, your lookouts spot a galleon approach and drop off what appears to be a small rowboat filled with about a dozen men or so. As they reach the beach, your forces immediately unleash a hail of arrows, killing all but one of them. The lone survivor rolls around on the sand in agony, an arrow buried in his knee. Roderick treks out towards the would-be assassin with his sword drawn, and you follow. Take no action or stop him. If I make him... Now see, that wouldn't be bad if I needed money, right? It would reduce my upkeep by 10%. I don't really need money. So take no action. I'll let him do it. He'll gain 20% more weapon strength and -5 to enemy leadership. In all fairness, and to truly feel the humility and solemnity such occasions require, the one who passes judgment should also swing the axe. There we are. Wulfharted. Hardened by his years of bitter, bloody experience, Roderick was becoming a loner. Now he's found a new pack with which to run. So he's gained 15% to his hit points, plus 10 to melee attack. He's unbreakable now. He's gained Shatter. Okay, so that is a breath ability. Causes severe damage to combatants. Okay, can disrupt unit formation. Strong versus multiple units. Weak versus a single combatant. Nice. Now, do you have anything else for you to do, or did we... Nope, we did it all. All right, 2 done. We finally did it. We only have 2 more now. You are rank 13, so I'm going to give you Impassioned. That's what you could use. I love Warrior Priests so much. I wish they were a little bit better in melee combat. They're just one of my favorite units in all of Warhammer.
Sir?
I played one back in Warhammer Online, way back in the day. So I believe we're done here. I've had to make a lot of choices. We're just going to upgrade a few buildings because I have an obscene amount of money, and I don't even have that patch to revert the ports to their original form. My God, the money that I can make then would be astonishing, really. We'll take a little guardhouse. Done. And we are done here. So leave a like and comment down below. And let me know what you think about the campaign. And if you want to chat with me and discuss the series with me, I am on my Discord, so check that out too. All right, everyone, until then,